It's time for the Margin Matters Minute with Money Man Jason Brown.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about, once again, folks, they're doing it to us again. The USPS, that's the United States Postal Service, they are raising rates, slowing down mail, all for your inconvenience. That's right, folks. There was an article that just came out in NPR News that I will cite in this video, and I'll link it in the description below if you guys want to check out the article, read the whole thing in its entirety. I do suggest that you do that. Now I'm just going to go through some of the article and give you guys some of the highlights and how it might affect you. But before that, there's a very famous comedian that you guys may have heard of. His name's Jerry Seinfeld. He did a little TV show a while back, and he's done several comedy bits ripping on the USPS. So I'm going to read one of his bits to you real quick and see what you think. Jerry Seinfeld says, "I love how the postal system has this financial emotional meltdown every 3 to 5 years that their business model from 1630 isn't working anymore. I can't understand how a 21st century information system based on licking, walking, and a random number of pennies is struggling to compete." Well, guess what, Jerry? You're going to get your wish because the U.S. postal system is changing their business plan thanks to the Louis DeJoy, the Postmaster General. His plan is to slow down the mail and charge you more money for it. So let's dive right into this article and talk about the latest situation, I guess the latest plan that the USPS is planning to do. So first it was letters, now some packages. That's right, some packages are going to take longer to arrive than they previously did. So it says the U.S. Postal Service currently considers a first-class package to be late if it's delivered more than 3 days after it was sent. But under new standards, I love how they call it, this is their new standard, that take effect this month, that's May of 2022, that's depending on when you're watching this, this is when this happened, more than 30% of first-class packages will be seen as delivered on time if they arrive within 4 or 5 days. So you can see they're pushing back kind of their benchmarks. So it was 3 days, now 4 to 5 days is acceptable. So that's what they're doing here. The new standards are part of the Postal Service's move to rely more on its ground transportation network rather than using air transport. The USPS wants to be more efficient and says it will save money while reducing air costs. So see, what's happening here is what they're doing is they're trying to cut costs and save money by not shipping packages through the air, which will get there faster, of course. They're going to put everything on the ground, put them into trucks, and which of course will take longer, but it will save the USPS money. So while they're saving money and slowing down the mail, they're actually going to be charging you and me and all of us more money, which, great. So it goes on to say that, like I said, we're dealing with this is first-class packages that we're talking about. This took effect May 1st, 2022. So here's a quote from the USPS spokesperson, Kim From, and she this is her quote on what's happening. She says, "The Postal Service is continually looking for ways to improve performance and provide customers with consistent, cost-effective," oh, really? "And reliable service." Really? That's interesting. "Modifying service standards would allow for additional transport time and increased efficiencies across the network." So they have perhaps a different view and some perhaps different definitions of the word cost-effective and reliable service. Now, that's maybe how they define it. The customer, like you and me, we might have some differing opinions on that. So it goes on to say, the longer delivery standards for packages come months after the USPS slowed down delivery standards for first-class letters last fall. So that was the recent thing that they did, and I've done several videos on the USPS. You guys could check them out below. I'll actually link some of those in the description below if you want to see those. on their previous slowdown efforts, if you will. So yeah, last fall they slowed down the first class letters. Now they're slowing down the packages, and it's going to just go on from there. So now here's where it gets interesting: is that there's they have a regulating service, if you will, a commission. So it says the services regulator, which is called the Postal Regulatory Commission, has repeatedly told Louis DeJoy his plans could have an outsized effect on USPS customers when compared to its bottom line. He goes on to say, the regulator also said the Postal Service hasn't accounted for, and they have not accounted for another challenge to its plan. That's right, folks, the shortage of bus drivers. Oops, we forgot about that. Oh no, there's no drivers, there's no truck drivers, there's nobody to drive the trucks. We have a shortage of staff and employees. How in the world are we going to get this done? What's going to happen? Oh, so we're going to slow down the mail, and then we also don't have enough drivers for our trucks. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to be slowed down even more. So you got to be ready for this, folks. So it says, that they also express concern that the USPS might not have a detailed idea of customers' preferences for delivery time. Oh, you don't say. It also found the service's estimated cost savings may be inflated. Really? So you're telling me they just went into a boardroom and just threw numbers on a board and said this is how it's going to be without actually checking out if it was going to work? What? That's never happened in the government before. So it goes on, it says, on a more basic level, the commission doubted the USPS's ability to implement its proposal by stating, at present, the Postal Service has not demonstrated that it can achieve reliability, efficiency, and economy in its service standard changes. So there's a lot of, this commission here is throwing a lot of doubt to what the USPS is trying to do with their new standards, as they call it. So here's another thing. Last note I'll say on this is that, that says the new delays come as prices continue to rise. Okay, what we're talking about. The USPS is also proposing to raise the cost of a first-class stamp from 58 cents to 60 cents, citing inflation and operating expenses, of course, like every business is doing now. It's blaming it on the inflation. At this time last year, a stamp was 55 cents. So they're going to go up from 55 cents to 60 cents, basically going up a nickel on a stamp. So, we're all used to that. They, a penny here, a penny there, penny everywhere on the stamp. So every time you go to buy a stamp, it's always usually a penny more than last time you bought it. So that's to be expected as well. So basically, why am I telling you all this? Because like myself, who I sell stuff online, I have a lot of friends that actually are online resellers and they have online businesses and they try to sell stuff online. This is going to greatly affect your online business. If you have any type of online retail business, or you sell stuff on eBay or Amazon or any of these other, Facebook Marketplace is big now, and there's a lot of apps now. I know a lot of my friends do a lot of selling apps. Mercari, I think, is one. I'm probably not saying that right. But this is going to greatly affect your business if you rely on any type of shipping services through the USPS. Of course, there's a lot of competition with UPS and FedEx and Amazon, as far as shipping services. But a lot of people rely on the USPS for their business to ship items out to their customers. And if their items are not arriving in a reasonable amount of time, they are going to lose customers, which is what happened to me on my eBay businesses, which is basically, killed I was just a casual seller on eBay. It's basically killed my eBay business because I would ship an item out and it would take, instead of maybe a week to get there, it would take 4 weeks to get there or 6 weeks to get there. And then by that time, the customers saying, hey, I don't want it anymore, just give me a refund. I can't tell you how many times that happened to me. Because they just said, hey, I needed it, 2 weeks ago. I don't need it now, so I just give me my money back. So that's happening to a lot of people, and it's causing a lot of frustration, I guess. So we have to account for that. We have to figure out, and even if you're not an online, seller or have an online store, hey, maybe you're a grandmother. Do you want to send your junior, your grandson, a birthday gift? well, you better probably send that gift 6 weeks before his birthday. You can't send it, a couple days before his birthday unless you want to pay a fortune to overnight it or something. So this is going to affect everybody on how we send mail, because this seems to be the plan for the USPS. They want to slow it down and they want to charge you more, and they want you to be happy about it and accept it. Well, it's totally unacceptable business model. And I hate to say it, but it's gonna hurt a lot of people. And like me, I don't sell stuff. I just sell locally right now, so I'm not shipping anything anymore. So what's one change that I've made personally. Now I know people that have businesses, they can't really do that. Like, I'm just a casual seller, so I sell locally. I'm here in the Atlanta market. I live in a pretty big city, so I haven't really had any issues. I haven't really missed a beat. I sell on Facebook Marketplace. I sell on Craigslist. I sell on Nextdoor. My wife does really well selling stuff as well, and we just have local pickup, and people come by and pick up, the item, and it's an easy transaction. So that's how we do it. Those are the changes that we made based on what's been going on with the shipping with USPS. So hey, tell me what's going on with you guys. Put a comment down below and let me know. Do you guys have an online business? Is this affecting you? Are you an eBayer or a reseller? Is this affecting you? And if so, let me know, how it's affecting you and what you're doing. Are you making any changes to your business or your shipping strategy? Are you charging more for shipping? That's another thing. Like, are you going to have to pass that savings on to your customer? If USPS is going to charge you more, are you going to charge more to your customers? So these are big, challenging issues for small business owners. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'd love to see them and respond back to them. But that's about it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I do truly appreciate your support. If you would like to support me further, you can subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. And also, if you want to check out, I've written a couple money-related books you can check out. You can go to my website, which is yourmarginmatters.com. And there you'll find all the blogs I've written, all the videos, my YouTube channel's on there, and of course the books that I've written as well. So you can check that out. And until next time, this is Jason Brown saying, don't forget, it's not the amount of money you make, but the margin that matters the most. See you next time.